Yes, good evening, students. Welcome to the next session of OB Now. And today we'll discuss the stress management and how to actually overcome this organizational stress in today's class. Okay. So I think let's wait for everyone to join and then we'll start the class. And after that, we'll also discuss about the case studies of stress management.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jagriti. I hope you have received the case studies, I think, which I've sent in the last class.
Yes, sir, I received.
Okay. So try to solve all the question, and if you find any problem in that, please do let me know. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, I need to ask regarding the assignments. What is the procedure for sending and like submitting the assignments?
See, as of now, like there is no formal communication from the institute. I'll do one
Okay.
thing, I'll ask them, and
Okay.
yeah. So basically,
Okay.
for theory subjects, we have, you could say, certain case studies. These are the assignment part we have. And when it
Okay.
comes to
Okay.
practical subjects, it's all about numerical questions.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please do
Okay.
let us know, sir.
Yeah, definitely. I'll
Okay.
remind you. I think I'll let you know by tomorrow only. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we should wait for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think. I think the last topic which we have covered up, these are about the various factors, okay, characteristics of you could say job stress. That is job characteristics, interpersonal relationship, organizational factor, and the personal factors which we have covered up. Okay, all these 4 points we have done, and now we will start about effects and consequences of job stress. So, shall we start, I think, students, or shall we wait for a few minutes? I think we should start. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. So, let me share my screen with you. Because the first topic which we'll discuss today, that is about the consequences of job stress. Okay. And when we discuss about the consequences of job stress, means we are discussing about the negative stress or negative aspect of the stress. Okay. So let me share my screen and let's start this. So students, when we discuss about this particular next topic, okay, that is about the effects or consequences of job stress. Okay. Effects or consequences of job stress. Now, the first point that maybe you could say effects on individuals. Okay. Second would be effect on family. Effects on family. Effects on organization. because from with different perspective, we will actually discuss this particular point. Then we have, yeah, this three major, I think it is sufficient to discuss right now. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is effect on individual of any job stress. Effect on individuals. Okay, now when we discuss about the effect on individuals, we are actually discussing about how the particular individual affect with various, you could say, physical and psychological characteristics. Okay, now the first point which we are talking right now, that is called the intrapersonal stress or intrapersonal effect, or it is also called subjective effects. Okay, so first point is subjective or intrapersonal effects. Okay, now what do you mean by subjective stress? Can anyone of you tell me? Intrapersonal effect and subjective effects. Anyone? I think you can unmute yourself, students. I can see three students. We have Jagriti, Shabana, and Sharon.
So subjective or interpersonal effects, like it affects not only you but other people as well.
Yes,
Mm,
definitely. Okay.
affecting two or more persons.
Yes, definitely. But what are the different, you could say, feelings or characteristics when we talk about psychological or physical effects, or physical, you could say, appearances for that? Like for example, if you talk about in a personal life, a particular personal having intrapersonal, you could say miscommunication, misbonding with their family members, with their wife, spouse.
Such change in the talking attitude or the way they respond to the things,
Yes,
like
definitely.
these are the things personal.
Definitely. So basically the point which I'm talking right now, that leads to anxiety, boredom, apathy. Apathy means he is actually, what is apathy? Anyone? Anyone? Sympathy is fine, clear, I think so. We have actually feeling for others. We can actually feel the pain and the happiness of others. That is called sympathy. Okay, apathy is basically is all about a particular person always thinks about himself. Okay, and that may be the, when you could say, one of the reason about any job stress. He is basically actually very indulge in all such practices when it's come to apathy of a particular person. Okay, the next, you could say, consequences which may be nervousness. Then we have depression. Then we have fatigue. What else? Anger. Okay, aggressive behavior, or I could say aggressive, behavior. Anything else? I think which will come under subjective or interpersonal effects. So that has basically, always remember, these basically effects which we are talking right now. These effects are basically the part of your organizational issues, and in this particular procedure or in this particular effect objectives, the company always need to company always need to understand about the psychological and as well as the physical impact or physical effect of all such, you could say, characteristics of job stress. Okay, second point we have, that is about the cognitive effect. What are your cognitive effects? Anyone?
So cognitive effects are basically like you when you are in like depression or when you are nervous or some other effects, so you don't able to like remember anything or you don't have words to speak up confidently. These are the cognitive effects.
Okay, fine. So like when we discuss about the word, you could say cognitive. Okay, what do you mean cognitive first of all? that is about? Anyone who can tell me what do you mean by cognitive? Hanji, anyone?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Cognitive means, sir, leading to the mental process involved the knowing the learning and understanding the always all the things to lead the industry.
Yes, definitely. Because cognitive is somehow, you could say, the execution of an individual when it's come to their job profile, execution in their personal life. Okay, so cognitive basically, if is it possible that the person is able to actually give their 100% when it's come to their job execution, when it's come to their when it's come to their efficiency. Now, because of the definitely, sir, because of the job stress, the particular cognitive effect on the particular person, which leads to poor concentration, first of all, because he may not be able to concentrate mentally and physically on his or her work. Second point, it could be short attention span. That is again the one of the important point we're talking right now. Mental blockage in terms of, like, for example, if I want to execute my teaching right now, let us suppose I'm teaching to you, and if I'm not present or mentally I'm disturbed, definitely I won't be able to give what best which I can deliver to the student. That is again the mental blockage. Okay, and inability to make decisions, because he always very confused because of his past incidences, and because of that he is actually not 100% sure that which particular alternative, which particular decision he or she has to take when we talk about in the organization, or even when we talk about in the personal life as well. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Cognitive facts. Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Is it clear? Cognitive and subjective.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. The third category of effects on individual is called psychological effects. Okay. Now, when we discuss about psychological effect, what are the psychological effect? Hanji.
It is also related to the thinking of the person, mentally what is thinking.
Okay.
If thinking is changed, then it will be effect on his work also. I think so.
Yeah, close to correct, I think.
Sir, it's basically same as depression, or you do not give your 100% in any of your work. And I think these are similar, subjective and but psychological effects are much more worse than the subjective and cognitive effects.
Yes, because it is psychological effect is basically all about the next stage, because a person basically deeply actually in a certain situation, and actually he's not able to find out the way how he or she has actually can come out of those situations. Okay, so when we discuss about this particular psychological you could say effect of on individual, which actually leads to severe physical symptoms, and even though if the person feel even more worse as compared to the previous stage, or you could say the last stage or last month, how he or she was feeling actually. Okay, so when we discuss about the psychological effect, it is basically more about physical symptoms, and making someone feel more worse. Okay, so these are the basic, you could say, psychological effect which we're talking right now. As like I think Jagriti has suggested, I think so, or I don't know, Jagriti, yes, because the effect would be quite similar to the subjective or interpersonal, but it is, you could say, the next level of, you could say, effect on the human body. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's move to the point number 4 now. Physiological effects. Miss Poonam, I think you understood because you joined the late class today. I think, is this point clear? We are discussing the very first point right now. Yes, students. So physiological effects, please. What do you mean by that? Can anyone explain what is physiological effect?
Sir, I think the physiological effects are those which really affects your body, maybe inside,
Yes, definitely.
like you are not fine, you're not feeling good or something.
It is simply nothing but blood pressure, high BP, pulse rate, definitely high BP, pulse rate is the same thing. Then dryness of throats, because they are the major symptoms we have when we talk about the physiological effects. What else we can say? Excessive sweating, again, I think one of the very common phenomena in a human being. What else? Anyone? Physiological effect: high BP, dryness of throats, excessive sweating, the symptoms
So,
of stress.
the headache also.
Yeah, headache, migraine. Headache, etc. Clear, I think, everyone? The physiological effects as well. Because see, sometimes you could say the terms used to similar, but the impact or the meaning of the same is very different. Okay. Now, after physiological effects, the fifth point we have behavioral effects. What are behavioral effects? Hanji. Behavioral effects. Yes, and anyone?
It's a change in behavior, like the way you talk. Sometimes you talk rudely, sometimes you talk loudly. These are the behavioral effects.
Okay. So, like, if I term this, that would be, you could say, accidental proneness in a you could say more formal language, drinking habits, eating habits, you could say excessive eating, I think better right word, excessive eating habits. Then we can say about smoking, drug addicts, okay, drug addictions, yes, what else we have, students? Drug addiction, drinking, accidental proneness, excessive eating, smoking, depression, I think we can also consider in that. Okay, impulsive behavior, impulsive as well as you can say withdrawal behavior. Etc. Anything else, please, apart from this behavioral effects?
So dominating nature.
Maybe we can consider definitely dominating attitude, we can say, I think, because dominating attitude is actually covered under impulsive behavior. Still, we will just write it down. Dominating attitude or behavior. Okay. Hanji. I hope so this is clear, everyone. What is behavioral effect? If it is clear, we'll move to the last effect, which is called manifest health effects. Manifest health effects. Okay. Now, when we discuss about the manifest health effects, what does it mean? The disease basically we're talking right now. What type of long-term disease a person may possess now because of all such job stress? Hanji. Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Manifest health effect, like stomach disorder, okay, asthma,
Cancer.
yes, students, anything else? Asthma, when we talk about certain mental disorder or mental fatigue is again one of the part. Okay, what else?
So diabetes.
Yes, very good. Diabetics or diabetes, fine. We can also mention like psychometric disorders. Yes, yes, please, ma'am.
Yes, a blood pressure.
Yes, blood pressure. Okay, that I think we have covered in physiological as well. Okay, manifest health effect.
So obesity.
Obesity, yes, very good. Okay, so I think understood the different, you could say, effect when it's come to individual. When we started with the subjective or personal, cognitive, psychological, physiological, behavioral, and manifest health effects. Okay. Now, the next category of effect, we have effect on the family. Any doubt to anyone, please, in this slide? Effects on individuals.
No.
No doubts? Fine.
No.
So let's move to the next part, that is effects on family. The topic which we are discussing, it's very general, you could say, discussion topic right now. Okay. Now we are discussing about the dysfunctional effect or de-stress. We are talking right now. We're discussing about negative stress. Okay. Now, when we discuss about the impact on the family, because let us say, for example, we talk about drinking, withdrawal behavior, smoking, drug addiction. These are the major, you could say, consequences on individual. Because of that adverse effect, basically, a person's a person's home life is always affecting, I think. Okay. Now these basically, like if we talk about the example, what example we can quote, like in the effects on the family? What are the effects?
So there will be arguments and fighting each other,
Yes, very good.
poor communication.
Spouse abuse, I think it's far better word.
Yes.
Okay, spouse abuse, child abuse, even like when we talk about the divorce is again one of the situation which might arise, divorce. Okay. When we discuss about alienation from the family might boycott you as well from society. Okay, so these are the, you could say, major dysfunctional effect of on family when we discuss about all these parts. Clear? Yes, student, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Anji.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Mr. Anuj, please tell me.
Okay, sir. No issue.
Yeah, fine. Let's do the next part, that is about the consequences or the effects on organization. Okay, now when we discuss about the effects on organization, the major, you could say, adverse or you could say dysfunctional or the negative impact on the organization would be, the first one is low performance and productivity of their employees. The very simple and the very major effect on the organization. What else? High rate of absenteeism. Absenteeism. High rate of absenteeism. What else? Poor decision execution. See, what a topic we are discussing right now, it's very of general sense topics. Okay. What else? Poor attitude of workers. What else? We can say high alienation from organization, because the worker will actually leave the company very frequently. Alienation of the worker. High alienation of worker, I think far better word. It may lead to strikes in the company. Strikes against their demands. When you talk about strikes against their demands. What else? Sabotage is again, I think, what is sabotage? Yes, students, what do you mean by sabotage? Haji. What do you mean by sabotage? Anyone? Strikes are very common, like sabotages. Sabotage means, like in a simple language, you can say vandalize. What is vandalization? That is about the deliberately, you can say, impacting someone, obstructing someone. Okay. So if you can say that intentional obstruction, So that is again the one of the part that is one of the way or one of the consequences in the organization when we talk about the effects on organization when it comes to job.
क्या हो रहा है ये देखे
Miss Poonam, please. Okay. Next one, I think we have, what else we can say about any other example or any other point which we come to effect on organization?
Sir, lower staff education is also included in this subject. Lower education level of the staff percentage.
Okay, but
Hello.
how the education level is basically the impact because of stress only?
No. If the education level percentage is low for the staff, then this will also affect on the productivity also, sir.
Yes, but I think, Mr. Anuj, we are discussing about the effect of job stress on organization.
Okay.
I think education, I don't think so. Like I'm just correcting right now. The education might not be, you could say, the phenomena related to job stress. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. I hope you understood.
Okay.
So there will be no innovation and creativity.
Creativity definitely, like we talk about the lower performance and productivity. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Sir.
Definitely. Less creativity and innovation. Anything else? Hanji, anything else, please? No, I think so. There is sufficient point. I think we have covered up. Okay. So as what we have covered up till now, that is about the effects or consequences of job stress. That is effects on individuals, on family, and on organization. Okay. Now the most important part we'll discuss now, that is about the methods of managing stress. Okay. Shall we start? I think the next topic, the methods of managing stress. Okay. So when we discuss about these particular methods of managing stress, there are basically so many methods we have when we discuss about these particular methods of managing stress. The first method, okay, through which we can actually manage stress, that is called RAT, role analysis technique. The second technique is called job relocation. Relocation, yes, correct. Job relocation. Then recreational programs. Recreational programs. Employee assistant programs. Employee assistance program. Career counseling. Then we talk about time management, delegation. Okay. Then more information and help. Health maintenance. Then last we have, I think, no, two more. Supervisor training. And the last one we have individual stress reduction workshops. Individual stress reduction workshops. Okay. So these are the major, you could say, point which we have under methods of managing job stress. Okay, so let's start with the first method right now, that is role analysis technique. Okay, now when we discuss about the role analysis technique, what is RAT? Anyone having any idea? What is RAT? Yes, anyone? What do you mean role analysis technique? Anyone? Yeah.
Sir, I think is a technique to understand the employee's role in the organization.
Very good. See, basically what exactly the RAT is all about. RAT is basically nothing but when we talk about the managers or in the different hierarchy in the company, each and every individual know about their requirements and expectation from the job. Okay. Now what the company do or what the management do, they actually break down the job into various components. For example, a particular you could say a project or a task which is, let us suppose for example, required 3 months of time. Okay, so what the company will do, they will divide that 3-month project into 15 days into 1 month, so that the progress and the effectiveness and the efficiency of the individual or the team can easily be recognized. Okay, this will actually help the company in terms of reduction of the work first of all, and lowering down the stress level. Because what happened, for example, if I have a target for 3 months, from the day one onwards, I start taking stress for 3 months. If the company will break down that particular, you could say, target for 15 days, 30 days, so definitely the person having small targets in front of them. Okay, so that is called the role analysis technique. That is called RAT. Okay, so like if it, in a short, if you can write down, it helps the manager. It helps the manager and employee to analyze the requirements and expectations from the job, Now what we actually do, management break down the job into various components, which clarifies the role of the job. I'm really sorry. Role of the job for entire system. Now, basically what it helps the individual, because individual having the small targets in front of them, and according to the small targets, the management actually can actually go through with these particular small targets and can check the efficiency of the organizations accordingly. Okay. I hope so it is clear, because it eliminates, if it is simple write down, it eliminates reduction of work and lowering down the stress level. Ultimately, what the major purpose we have, lowering down this stress level. Okay, so these are the basic points about RAT, role analysis technique. Any query to anyone? I think examples are also clear. What exactly we have to do, what exactly we have to proceed.
No, sir.
Clear? Fine. Let's move to the second method now. That is called job relocation. What is job relocation? It's very simple, I think. Hanji, any idea what is job relocation?
Industry transfer the employee to the another company. Another company the same concern.
Yes.
Relocate the job to the one organization to the another organization, but the organization is same.
Yes, definitely.
That is the job role relocate.
Yes, very good. Like it's a very common example in the banking sector, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. In banking sector, we usually see that the bank managers or the bank employees are getting transferred. Okay, on every 3 years, every 1 year, every 5 years. Okay, depends on the policy of the bank. Okay, so usually in banking sector, what happened? The stress may arise like when it's come to spouse job, for example, spouse job, children schools, or children education, we can say in a simple word. Okay, because ultimately, because when the person is getting transferred from one place to other place frequently, the spouse job may get affected, spouse career may affect, children education may get affected actually in this particular case as well. Like when we talk about you could say finding the alternatives for their you could say for job, or you could say the house which they wanted to purchase or which they wanted to go for. So basically when we discuss about this job relocation, relocate related to job relocation, it means that like the best example is basically banking sector. When the particular person is getting transfer, the bank is basically making the arrangement for their house, for you could say child education, spouse job. Okay, so these are the basically the major, you could say, factors which may reduce the level of stress for a particular person. Okay, because if these arrangements are made by the company, definitely the particular person may feel always confident, and he can actually move ahead without any type of job stress. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, that is perfect. Shall we move to third point? That is recreational programs. What is recreational program, first of all? Any idea?
So recreational programs are basically like the activities to give relief to your bodies and mind, like socializing or some games or fun activities.
Providing summer trips or summer vacations. When we talk about meditation programs in the company itself or anywhere else. Okay, so recreation basically is all about, apart from the company's job duties and responsibility, the companies are actually providing such facilities like summer trips, meditation programs, some sports activity. So these are the basically the important consideration when we come to recreational programs. I hope so very simple it is, and these are somehow reducing the level of stress of an employee. Clear? Next one we have employee assistance program. Now what do you mean employee assistance? And in what situation these programs is being run by the company?
So when the employee is not able to perform his or her job in a mannered way, or in terms of organization objectives or productivity.
Okay.
Sir, employee assistance program is basically the trainings to the employees, like the seminars, online seminars, or the training sessions to like enhance their growth and their careers in the organization.
Related to training, you could say development programs, or you could training and development, I think better to say. When we talk about counseling as well, counseling sessions. Okay, so these are the major part we come to employee assistance. Okay, now what is the basic purpose of employee assistance? Just to improve their knowledge level or their skill set, we can say, I think so, better word, just to improve their skill set. Clear? Yes, student, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, perfect. Point number 5th, career counseling. Very simple, I think, because as you know that so many organizations are providing some, you could say, career counseling as facilities as well, like for their educational qualification, for some specialized training. Okay, so educational qualification, the company is providing the facilities. When we talk about specialized training programs, specialized training programs, and what else we can say under this? Certifications, okay. Certifications, PhD, again, is one of the very important point, because parallelly, because of this professional development, a particular person actually needs certain professional qualification, professional advice. You could say they want to achieve their personal goal, because these particular factor we are talking right now, it is related to personal goal of a particular individual, related to, because a particular person want to do job as well, but parallelly he want to complete his education as well, related to personal goals of an individual. Is it clear, everyone? Very simple, I think. Point number 5 as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Now point number 6. That is about your time management. Very simple, I think. What time management means? Time management means the time schedule, first of all, of the individual, or you could say what we can, the term we can use, synchronization.
Time management here related to projects वगैरह. So projects are set a limited time, sir, that it is to be finished in certain time, sir.
Okay. Time schedule. What else? I think better organizing. I think better organizing, or you could say better organized activities. Okay, that is more sufficient, I think so. Now, next point I think we'll discuss about, because it's a very simple point. The point number 7 is associated with delegation. What is delegation?
So transferring of authority, so from
Yes.
higher to lower.
Yes. It is about the providing
Yes.
providing some responsibilities or some extra responsibility, we can say, I think. Is providing some extra responsibility to others. Okay. It helps in reducing stress level from an individual. Okay, so that is called delegation, means transferring the or providing the some extra responsibility to someone else, so that a particular person, those who are under stress, may feel actually stress free for a particular period of time and can get out of all such, you could say, negative stress in his or her life. Okay, next one we have more information and help. Now, what is more information and help? That is about the cooperation with their superiors, cooperations with their subordinates. Okay. So cooperations with superiors, seniors in the company, because they can actually share their experience and they can actually taught them, they can actually teach them how to actually manage the stress and the job activity, the job performance, the duties, responsibility in the organization. Okay. It helps in efficient and effective work environment. Clear? Very simple, I think so. More information and help from superiors. It is all about more about the cooperations. Okay. Point number 9, please. Health maintenance. What is health maintenance? Like gym facilities, sports facilities, okay, clubhouses. What else? The major part about how the particular health can be maintained, how we can actually keep them fit in long run. Clear? Next point, please. Supervisor training. Now, when we discuss about the supervisors training, what about this meaning of super training? How it helps in reducing the stress? These are basically trainings related to how to prevent stress in the organization. Means because they are trained, actually they are more, you could say, skilled, they are more actually nurtured in the way how the particular company can manage this stress level in the organization. Okay. The emphasis of this supervisor training is how to prevent job stress. Okay, always remember. And by giving training to your managers, the basically managers are basically trained in order to just to assist the employees, just to assist their supervisor, just to assist their you could say individuals about how a particular person can actually, or how a particular manager in the company itself can actually reduce the stress level among their employees. Okay. And the last point we have, very simple one, that is called individual stress reduction workshops, or you could write down workshops only. Okay. Now, what type of workshop we're talking right now? That is nothing but you could say the meditation, career counseling, time management, interpersonal skill workshops. Okay. So like we can write down the example in this case. It is called biofeedbacks. When you talk about meditation, career counseling, time management, because there's a workshops type we are talking right now. Okay. Time management, interpersonal skill workshop, interpersonal skills workshops, etc. I think so. Very simple, students. These are all 11 points. When we talk about this methods of managing stress in the organization.
Okay, sir.
Everyone, is it clear? I think there's 11 points. This is all about this stress topic actually. Yes, student, please kindly confirm. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So we are going for a break of 10 minutes now, and we'll get back to 6-5, and we'll discuss few more cases today. Okay. And tomorrow we'll start with the next topic, that is called organizational development. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. So we are going for a break, and we'll get back to you at 6-5 sharp now. Yes, friends. So we are starting with the 2 case studies now related to stress management. Okay. And we'll give 10 minutes of time for each case study, and we definitely will discuss both the case studies now. Okay. So the first case study we have, that is of Starbucks. Okay. The Starbucks returned to its roots because of all the ethical dilemma which they have. Okay. So let me share my screen with you. We'll start discussing this first case right now. Is my screen visible? I think so, everyone. Yes, you can confirm me now, please. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So I'm giving you 10 minutes of time for this case. Okay. Please start with this case study. Yes, and we'll start discussing this case study at 6:15 sharp. Fine. Please do it. Yes, students, shall we start? I think if it is done, because it's a very simple case of Starbucks return to its roots. What are the problems which they have faced in the Starbucks, and how the problem was actually resolved, and the Mr. Schultz actually being convinced with the situation which the company is facing actually. Okay, so I think let me unmute everyone, and we'll discuss this case study now. Yes, students. Anyone who can start with this case now, please? Starbucks. What is the missing point, the main point we can say about this case study?
So the company CEO, however, the company was flourished in 2000 with 2,600 stores. But the CEO found in 2006 that the company was not flourishing and the near stores are not getting in large numbers. So he carried on a career training for the organization. Said how to maintain the culture of company by making several changes.
Okay. Fine. So what exactly the role of Mr. Schultz?
Several changes in.
Yes, Miss Poonam, continue please.
So the role of CEO was that he found that his company is not the number of store he expected to grow was not growing. The company was not in a growing phase. So he started a type of career planning for company, that how he can training can be given to the company organization or to the personnel of the company, how they will serve the customer, or how will they the old machines should be replaced which are not which are not returning paying attention to the customers.
Yes, very good.
In that, so in that type of training, the company was productive, and the company grew in the number of stores nearby.
Okay. Fine, ma'am. It's like a great input from you actually about the case study. What else I think
Yes.
anyone else want to include in this particular ad? Anyone wants to add something else? It's a very simple case study about the issues of Starbucks.
So main the case is that there the company, before the company to stress, the company was closed half time, so that the nation of or the personnel of the company may not feel stressed that why from the burden of CEO.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Ms. Poonam, it is absolutely correct actually. The inputs were
Yes.
and as per the case only. Anything else I think from anyone else? Want to add something else apart from what Ms. Poonam has added? Yes, anything else, students? No? Okay, perfect. So I'm just actually copying this case study as well in that same file. Okay, and we'll start the next case right now. Okay, that is rise of extreme jobs. Okay, so I think for this case study, I have to reduce the font size a bit. Or I can do one thing. I can just copy these two cases first. Okay, and I'll just mail it to you. Is it okay? I think so. Far better, because this font is very small over here. Okay, just wait a minute, please. So I'm just copying these two cases actually, and I'm adding in the same file which I have shared to you. Okay. Just in 2 minutes of time, please. Yes, in the second case study, I have just copied it. I'm just mailing on the email address which I have of yesterday. Okay, just a minute, please. So rise of extreme jobs, the next case study which we have to discuss now under stress management topic. Okay. So student, I think yesterday I mailed, I think to yes. So I've just, I think, mailed to these individuals. The email ID which I have of Miss Poonam Shabana Sultana, Raksha, then Jagriti and Sherin. Okay. I think Shabana, your email ID was Shabana Sultana.
Sayyeda.
Syeda.
SYEDA, sir.
EDA, Sayyeda.
हाँ, Sayyeda.
Okay, okay. I think that was the only incorrect one. Anyone else in the class want to add their email ID? Miss Raksha has their sharing. Pardon? Can you please spell out your email ID, Mr. Kaushik?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Kaushik. Can you please spell out your email ID?
KOUSHIK
KOUSHIK.
CHOURASIA Chaurasia. Kaushik Chaurasia 87 @gmail.com.
I'm repeating once again. KOUSHIK
SIA.
SIA. I नहीं है. SIA.
हाँ 87
Okay.
हाँ 87@gmail.com.
ठीक है. Anyone else, please?
Sir, Anuj Tyagi.
One more, please.
ANUJTYAGI. Hello.
Anuj Tyagi.
4055.
Yes.
@yahoo.com.
@yahoo.com. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. ANUJ Anuj TYAGI. 4055.
ANUJTYAGI. Anuj Tyagi. 4055 @yahoo.com.
Fine.
Okay, sir.
I'm sending this statement to you. Yes, I've shared this case study with you. The last case study which you have to deliver.
Sir, Sony custom.
Miss Sony. One minute, please, Miss Sony. Yes, tell me. Yes, Miss Sony, please tell me. Miss Sony, am I audible to you?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, SONI KSHYAP.
KSHYAP Kashyap. No.
Yes, sir. 1112 @gmail.com.
It is, kindly confirm the spelling. Say SONI KSHYAP.
Yes, sir.
Sony Kashyap.
Kashyap K, sir.
KA आएगा क्या? KA.
KSHYAP.
Okay, KASHYAP. Sony Kashyap. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I send it to you as well. Fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, students.
Okay,
So,
sir. I got it, your mail.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So I think tomorrow we'll start the organizational development, the next topic. Clear? Yes, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Fine. And Jagrati, I think I got your mail about submission. You just take your time and do submit like before end of this month. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, and we'll catch you tomorrow with the next topic, OD, organizational development.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, Ms. Poonam.
Good evening, sir.
Jagrati. Thank you, Anuj.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sony.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.